Good morning, everybody. It's day 7 of our data unit, and now we're kind of bringing together our thinking and starting to think really critically about why we select different types of graphs in order to present data. Okay, because each one has come out of a need and being fit for purpose. So each graph has a purpose of showing data in different ways, and we're kind of going to have a think about which we prefer and what you might use certain types of graph for. Okay, so here are some graphs that show the same information, but in multiple ways. Okay, so different graph. We have our pie chart here, remembering that this represents a whole, and then the different parts of that whole. We have a bar chart, which gives us exact numbers, and we can put them side by side for comparison. We have a line graph, which normally shows us behavior over time, so you need to think about whether this is an appropriate way of presenting this data. It might be, but you've got to kind of be a bit critical here, and similarly here, okay? So from this, I want you guys to think about what is the easiest for you to read and gives you the clearest picture. And I think it might depend as well on what types of questions you have. So here, there are a bunch of questions for you to answer. Just type underneath, put a text box underneath, or click on it and type underneath, because you'll each have your own copy. And just go back through. And what would be good for you to do is to write the answer, and then in brackets, put which graph you used in order to answer that. So for different questions, you might use a different graph. For example, if it asks you about percentages, I think I'd go straight to the pie chart, maybe, okay? So just have a think about, or highlight and label exactly which one you used, and think about why you used that one to answer that question. And then the last one, this is where we want kind of a bit of a extended answer, I guess, is which type of graph do you think best shows this data and explain your answer? Okay, so best is a word that can be open to interpretation. So there's no right or wrong there. It's about your explanation of why you think that, which is going to be whether that answer is appropriate or not. Okay, and then there's an extension where there's also a way of comparing countries. So more and more popular now are maps that also communicate data. I really like them. I think they're really interesting. So this is just some extension questions once you've completed this. If you want to have a think and take your learning further, to have a look at these kinds of maps, okay? And it then has some questions for you to answer there based on these kinds of graphs. What are the limitations, and why might you use it, but also why might you not use it? Okay, it might not be a particularly good thing to show percentages, for example, whereas a pie chart is. Okay, and then there's some other deliberate practice you can do if you click through to this folder here. Okay, have a great day, and don't forget to contact your teacher if you have any questions or concerns.